So good morning my dear students. So in the last class we had completed the another one function of a management, that is organizing chapter has been completed. That is in the last chapter we had discussed related to a delegation meaning, and along with that one centralization and decentralization. So those we are completed in the last sessions. So in this session we are going to be start another new chapter related to a staffing. Yes, that is a third function of a management. So the planning is a first function, the second one is organizing, the third one that is staffing. So here a staffing related to one, that is a staffing completely related to a human resources. So here a staffing chapter also, a staffing function also very important, plays a very important role in the organization. Yes, we already know that one, without a staff or without the employees, all the works or any works cannot be completed. So here let me going to be discuss today's chapter related to a staffing, another one a important function of a management. Yes, let me know about the introduction first. Yes, once an organization structure design is in place. Yes, so here in the planning function, first we should make a plans according to an objectives are going to be set. So in the next one, according to those plans or those objectives, the structures or the designs are going to be framed according to the plans. After that one, according to the structure, now the job positions are going to be stated. That is a staffing. It needs people with the right skills, knowledges and ability to fill in that structure. Yes. So we have seen that one, that is we have two types of structure, functional structure and divisional structure. Yes. So here these structures are has to be filled by a human resources or by employees. So those employees has to be have a right skills, knowledge and ability to fill that structure. So here to fill the structure or to fill the position, that employer, that worker should be have a particular skills and knowledges and along with ability of carry out a particular work or the task. So people are an organization most important resources, because people either create or undermine an organization reputation for quality in both of products and services. Yes, obviously. So here the people's are resources, that is human resources are very important in the organization. Though, so why means here human resources, that is people are going to create the undermine and organizational reputations is going to be increases, and to maintain the quality in the product and along with the services, thus human resources are going to play a very important role. The structure of every organization depends on the talented and hardworking people who are the principal assets of the organization. Yes, so here a talented and hardworking employees and skills and knowledgeable employees are the assets of the organization. So we can be called it as assets of a organization. So here employees are much more important asset than building or equipment, as can they give an organization the competitive edge. Yes, so here employees are going to be treated as a assets of a organization. Why means here they can be compete in the particular environment, or they can make a competitions among a particular organization with a different organization. In order to get the thing done by others, an organization requires right persons at right place, at right time and in right members. Yes, obviously. So the management means that is our works are going to be done from others too. Here the works has to be completed by other. So other means is nothing but that is our worker or the employees too. To get the works from others, we need a right person for the right job and at the right place, at the right time and at the right members. That is the main objective of a staffing. Because of importance of hiring and maintaining a committed and component staff, effective staff is crucial to the success of every organization. Yes. So here every organization has to maintain the sufficient staff in an organization, and along with that one, so while maintaining the effective staffs in an organization, it leads to for achievement of the organizational goals is very successfully. This is an introduction about the staffing. So here staffing plays a very important role in the organization. So here according to staffing, the employees are the assets of organization rather than the building or equipments. So building or equipments ginta ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ the employees will be called as the assets of an organization. Why means here, so all the works are going to be done from the employees. So when we put those employees in the right person, for the right job, for the right person, with the right time and with the right members, when we provide the staffs, so automatically we can reach the organizational goals. The next thing is, that is meaning and definition of a staffing. The managerial function of staffing involves meaning and organization structure through proper and effective selection, appraisal and development of personnel to fill the role designed into the structure. So here a staffing completely depends on the organization structure. So according to the organization structure, the positions are going to be, or according to the organization design, the positions or the persons are going to be recruited. So that is the meaning of staffing. So here organizational structure going to be select the employees, and along with by appraisal, and develop the personnel to fill the organizational structure. According to MC Furlan, staffing involves the function by which manager build on organization through the recruitment, selection and development of individual as capable employees. So here Furlan is defining the staffing. Staffing involves the function of which managers build on. So here, that is the staffing is going to be built by a manager on the organization through, so by the process of recruiting. Recruiting is nothing but, that is searching. So after the searching they used to make a selection. So and after the selection they used to make a development, that is by providing a training to an individual, that is who are capable to become a employee. So who are the capable of employment, so those are going to be recruited. So this is what the definition given by Furlan. So he is simply suggesting that one, this position, the staffing involves the function of a management that is going to be built on the basis of through or on the organization through recruitment, selection and development of the individual as capable employees. So by recruiting, by searching and by selecting. So searching employees are going to be selected. After that one, the selected employee is going to be provide the training and development process. After that one, by providing a training, so then when we are going to be make him as a capable employee to work in an organization. So this is the meaning of definition of staffing according to the Furlan. The next one, according to Theo Hyman, a function which is concerned with the placement, growth and development of those members of the organization whose function is to get the thing done through the efforts of other individuals. So he simplifies in that one, the function which is concerned with the placement, that is placement means recruiting. Placement means a required job is going to be placed with by growth and development of those members. So the recruited and the developed and selected employees are going to be placed in the organization, and along with by seeing the growthness and development of the members, of the organization, the members of the organization whose function is to get the, that is why they are going to make all those things is, that is placement, development and growth necessary for the purpose of the works is as to going to be done from individual persons or from others. It's a definition of a Theo Eyman. Yes. So here in the simple meaning, the main theme of our staffing is to recruit the right person for the right job at the right time. It's the main objective of our staffing, because any person which are going to be making a selection or training process or the interview means, first that thing we used to be very careful, but is according to his skills and knowledges, according to a educational field or qualification, whether a person is recruited for the right place. Yes. So if you want to be select the wrong person for the particular jobs, this means entire works are going to be spoiled. That is, a negativity can be seen, the errors can be maximum, the errors will be more in a particular task of a works. So that's why it plays a very important role, that is selecting or making a choosing right person for the right jobs. So it's the main theme of the staffing. The next one, importances of staffing. Yes, why we need a staffing? Yes, if there is no staffing, what will be happen? So those are we are going to be discussed now. The first one, obtaining competent personnel. Yes, so here the first need, that is to obtain the competent person. It ensures the available of the most suitable and capable person for various jobs. Yes, so here in the staffing we can be seeing that one. And the main need of a staffing is, that is obtaining a competitive personality or person. So here they used to be ensure the available of person, that is a number of persons, that is a number of candidates will be more, but the selected of those candidates are going to be selected for particular works by saying their suitabilities and capability of carrying a particular works. The next one, higher performances. By placing right person at the right job, it ensures better performances. Yes, obviously, when we place a right person for the right job. The first example here, Mr. Hay. So, Mr. Hay is graduated in MBA in finance. Yes, his education is MBA in finance. So in a particular organization, there is a post for the finance department as a manager and the production departmentally as a manager and in a HR, marketing departmentally. So there is a vacancies of 3 vacancies are there. Finance departmental as a manager post, in the production department manager post and marketing department manager post are there. So here one person has been given and a candidate has been arrived for the interview. So he qualified in a finance. So this person has to be recruited for a finance, in a finance manager, or in a finance field we can be taking him as an employee, or if we going to be select him for the production manager because he doesn't know about anything about the production, because he has specialized in only in the finance field. So in that cases, the right person for the right jobs. So or when we put the wrong person for the wrong job means the entire boxes are going to be collapsed in the organization. So that's why it plays a very important role. So when we make when we select the right person for the right jobs, automatically their performances are going to be increased. The performances are going to be increases day by day. We can see the higher performances of a particular employees. The next one, continuous survival and growth. Yes. So it ensures the continuous survival and growing of the or enterprises through the successive planning or building managers. Yes, obviously when we recruit the or when we select or when we choose the correct person for the right jobs, yes, obviously there we can be a survival in an continuously we can be survival in a particular works, and the growthness can be identifiable. How means here? Now he is expertise, he is specialized in finance, so he is recruited for the finance. So whatever the crisis may be arises in a finance department, thus easily can be solved by the finance specialist, is it? So but when we recruit the particular person in a production department, but he is specialized in finance, but he doesn't know anything about the production department, even though he is working in a production department, if any crisis or if any risk arises, so he doesn't know how to be solved, those problems are going to be solved. So this will be a situation maybe arises in the organization. So that's why when we recruit the right person for the right jobs, it helps to make a continuous survival and a growthness. The next one, optimum utilizations of resources. It helps in avoiding overmanning, underutilization of manpower, high labor cost. It also helps in preventing the duplication descriptions of work by indicating in advance about the likely shortage of employees. Yes. So here it going to be benefits of making of manpower requirement. That is, even we know that one, that is a man or our workers, that is human resources are also unlimited, that is limited resources. So in that cases, or when we are going to be make more using a number of more employees in a working places, obviously the labor cost will be more. Labor cost will be more. The best example for the work needed, so only 50 members are needed for the work, but we are recruited the 75 members. So extra 25 members is overlapping. So here, according to needs of a job or according to a needs of a particular works, the employees are asked to be selected. So here by staffing, so it going to be give the clear descriptions about the what are the jobs are going to be available and what are the educations are needed, what are the qualifications are required for the carry outing a particular jobs. The complete descriptions will be provided. On the basis of that, they can select the number of employees. That's why it's going to be minimize the overlapping. That is optimum utilizations of a resources. That is a human resources in the organization. And along with that one, it helps to avoid the shortage of employees. That is by giving a descriptions about the requirement of the manpower in the organization. Next, it helps in achieving organizational goals. It improves job satisfaction by providing fair remuneration and regular assessments, which helps in the achieving the organizational goals. Yes. So the job satisfaction means when we choose the right person for the right jobs, so obviously Mr. A is going to be satisfied with his work, because according to his knowledge or according to his qualification, we are choosing for the right departments. So he is satisfied in the working process. So when he is satisfied, automatically by paying a very good remuneration according to his qualification and his work places, then is going to be by providing a regular assessment to achieve the organizational goals. It helps to reach the organizational goals in the organization. So here, so these are the importances or needs of a staffing. Again, I am explaining this thing. The first one, obtaining a competent personality. So here the main need of a staffing is, that is a recruiting or a choosing a competent personality in an organization, that is a most suitable and capable employees. They should be more enthusiastic to work in an organization. That is by by their own certain qualifications and skills and knowledges. The next one, it's going to be increase the higher performances. Yes, obviously when we place the right person for the right jobs, automatically their performances are going to be increased because they particularly specialized in that particular fields. So that cases it going to help in the higher performances can be seen. The next one, continuous survival and growth. Yes, obviously we can identify the continuous survival and the growth in an organization. Along with that one, when we maintain the stable in the employees by providing training and developments and or recruiting for the right person for the right jobs by satisfying their needs and wants, then easily we can be see the continuous growth and survival in the organization. The next one, optimum utilizations of resources. Yes, so in the staffing, they used to give the complete descriptions about the positions or the post required or the employees are required in the organization. That is, according to the structure, they used to see the how many employees are needed for the particular organization. So this helps to reduce the overlapping and along with that one avoiding of shortage of employees. When we avoid these two things, that is overlapping and shortage of employees in an organization, then it going to be we can easily maximize by using of our raw material. That is, particularly we can make a utilizations of resources. The next one, helps in achieving the organizational goals. Yes, so obviously when we recruited for the right person for the right jobs and along with that by providing training and development programs and along with that one by providing a proper remuneration to a particular person and along with that one by assisting him to carry out the works, easily we can reach the organizational goals in shorter period. These are the needs of staffing. The next thing, that is, now the next part is, that is staffing as a part of human resources management. Yes, the staffing is one of the part of human resources management. Yes, you might have heard the word of a human resources department, is it? So in the last class, in the structure, while writing a structure, that is in a functional structure and divisional structure, we had write the HR department. That is, HR department is nothing but that is human resources department. So in the human resources department, that is a staffing is one of the part of a human resources department. That in this chapter you are learning the completely staffing, but when you people are go to an higher education, that is MBA in HR, you can heard the word of, that is under the human resources development, that is a human resources or management, that is under the human resources management, we can see the staffing is one of the part. Yes, that's one we are going to be explained now in today classes. That is, a human resources management process includes 5 basic activities. So human resources management we have the 5 processes are there. The first process, human resources planning. The second one, staffing. Third one, training and development. The next one, performance appraisal. Next one is compensation. Yes. So now, in the human resources management process, the one of the staffing is one of the process which include in the human resources management, is it? So the human resources management or under the human resources department is concerned for only for the staffing. That is, now we are I'm going to start with the first one, that is human resources planning. So what is human resources planning? Means here under the particular first process, they should plan for the human resources according to the structure. According to the organization structure, they used to select the mega plans. That is, what is the plan they used to make? That is, according to structure, that is how many managers are how many managers or posts are required. For example, 5 manager posts are vacanted. The next one, so the leader post 10 ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ತರ executives 20 members, workers 50 members. So this is what the plan. So here a present situation or present according to a structure of organization. Now there is an vacancies of 5 posts for the manager and 10 posts for the leader and 20 posts for executives and 50 posts for the workers. So here what is the qualification needed for the managers? That is according to the department they need that is master should be completed. That is they should be a master of carry out in particular master of degree should be completed, and along with that one they need a experience of at least 2 years they need it. So this is for the plan that is made for the particular jobs, is it? So this is going to be framed in the, this is going to be made in a human resources planning, that is by according to a structure, according to a they used to make a plan of a required employees in an organization according to along with the qualification needed, skills and knowledge is needed, and along with the experiences they used to make a plan, that is how much of employees are needed in an organization. Presently how many number of workers are needed in an organization, that is when can be planned in a human resources plan. So that is nothing but they used to make a plan of a requirement of a human resources. Human resources is nothing but workers or the employees in an organization. Then so next one, so after the planning, the next one they used to make a staffing. Staffing includes recruitment, so staffing includes first one recruitment, second one selection. Yes. So here the staffing includes recruitment and selection. So what is recruitment then? The recruitment means that is searching. Recruitment means searching. The next one, so here the next one selection means that is choosing. Yes. So here staffing includes according to a plans are made, that is a number of plans are going to be, number of a requirement is going to be estimated in the planning. So after that estimation, after that planning, then we used to make a staffing. So staffing includes that is recruitment and a selection. So recruitment is nothing but searching for the candidate. So here searching for the candidate is nothing but by advertisements. You can see the advertisement in the TV or in a television or in a newspapers. You can see the advertisement, that is there is a requirement of a manager, there is a company name will be stated, so the experiences and the qualification and along with the education completely notice will be given, is it? So that's it, a searching of a candidate, that is recruitment. Recruitment is what? That is searching for the candidate. So after the searching, so they used to collect the resumes from the particular candidates. So after that one, they are used to call for the selection. So under the selection we can see the interview. Yes, you might have heard the word of interview, is it? So by making an interview, so in an interview what they are going to make, they used to conduct the test, is it? So it may be written test, or it may be oral test, or it may be a medical examination, so it may be any kinds of and that one. So they used to make a test, and after that one the selected employees are going to be make the interview. Interview is nothing but that is a face-to-face conversation. Face-to-face interactions. Interactions between the interviewer and interviewee. Yes. So here, after the making of interview or the face-to-face conversation, they used to come across with that one. That is, any one candidate are going to be, or any according to requirement, they used to select the person. So this is what a selection. This complete process, that is recruiting and selection comes under the staffing. That is by putting the right person for the right job or choosing the right person for the right job. This is the main description of a staffing. Yes. After that one, training and development. So here a selected employee. So here a chosen employee is going to be come across with the training and development. So he is going to be well trained by the expertise person in an organization, or by the teacher, or by the lecturer, or by the expertise manager in an organization. So for what purpose? To make a clarify about what the work he has to be carried out in the organization, and along with that one, by removing more confusions or confusions in his mind, and make him more comfortable to work in particular organization with the environment, with the good environment. Yes. So it helps him to it helps him to make a conversation with other persons in the organization, and along with that one, he will be more comfortable to make a operational activity in the organization. After that one, performance appraisal. Here the performance appraisal means that is making a evaluation or examination of a worker's work in the organization. So that is a performance appraisal. We can see the promotion. So in the performance appraisal, we can see that is promotion. Promotion or transfer. Yes, you might have heard the word of promotion and transfer. Then what is promotion? Promotion is nothing but it's an upward movement of employees. Then what is a transfer? It's a here means transferring from one department to, or transferring from department to department, or one job to another job. That is what a transfer. So here the promotion means it's an upward movement, that is by performance appraisal. If a person is working more enthusiastically, his output is clean, or reported is there is no negativity completely, all the works are going to be completed by himself within the given period. So in that cases, his performances is going to be examined by providing a rank or rewards or by symbols. So like that they used to provide the they used to evaluate the performances of a particular person. So after in the next year, they used to make him a promotion can be provided for the particular person. So when we give the promotion in the workers, so obviously even they will be more satisfied in their works, because according to their efficiency, so they can be go for upwards in a upward position can be taken places, alva. So for their responsibility or for their working nature, so they can be recruited for the higher posts. Or some other person is working but is not more comfortable in the particular field, so that person can be transferred to another field of works. Then he can get other skills related to other departments or other jobs. Even he is going to be increase his knowledge and skills in a particular field. That is performance appraisal. The next one, compensation. Compensation is nothing but that is remuneration or salary or wages. We can be call it as well. Yes. So here compensations are completely based on the post, that is our job, and along with the qualification and experiences. Yes. Even though while allotting a particular remuneration to one particular workers, we should be more capable. Means here, I'll give you just an example. If the A worker is experienced in 5 years, so here Mr. B is experienced in 3 years, and both the A and B are working in same job. That is a manager post they are working. So now they are going to be make it as a promoted for the higher jobs. So here now, while making a remuneration payment, while making of remuneration, the positions are same, but the experiences are different from person A to person B. So these one are also make a consideration while making a compensation, that is, or by providing a remuneration. That is what comes under the compensation. So again I am clarifying this one. So here the staffing is one of the part of human resources management. So human resources management includes 5 steps. Under that, first one human resources planning, second one staffing, third one training and development, fourth one performance appraisal, the fifth one compensation. So the next one is a traditional staffing function is just one part of human resources management. Yes, traditionally the staffing was the part of human resources management. Staffing pertains to recruit, selection, training, development, etc. to person employed. So the staffing includes training, recruitment, selection, training, development, that for the related one person employed. All of these functions are covered by the operative functions of a human resources management. Means here recruiting, selecting, training, developing and compensating, or all of these comes under the includes in the function of or activities of a human resources management. Human resources management involves the planning, acquisition and development of a staff is a part of human resources management. So here human resources management includes planning. So yeah, making and planning, that is what is the requirement of employees. After that one, acquisition. So it's going to be acquire the according to the skills and knowledges. It's going to acquire the number of employees. After that one, and developments. So those acquired employees are going to make a developments by providing a training. So these are comes under the these are activities are a part of a human resources management in the organization. Next one, majority of modern authorities in management advocate that staffing is a part of human resources management and give the following reasons in support of their beliefs. So really major of authors are going to be make a advocate about that is a staffing is a part of a human resources management. For that purpose they are also providing some reasons why staffing is a human resources management. Yes, the first one, the reason staffing is a function which bring together the human assets and physical assets of a organization. Yes, only in the staffing function we can see that one, that is a human resources, that is a human assets and a physical assets, that is a machinery, tools or equipments. So both are going to be comes in particular place. So that's why the first reason, that is staffing is a part of a human resources management. The next one, staffing involves knowledge and approaches to concept of hiring, retiring and firing of personnel in the organization. So here here staffing it going to be involves the knowledge and approaches the and it going to be approach the concept of hiring. Hiring is nothing but that is recruiting, and that is recruiting the retaining persons in an organization. This is comes under the staffing. Staffing is continuous and found at every levels of management, lower level, middle level and higher level also. Yes, staffing is going to be founded by in all the levels. Even the top level is going to recruit it for the top level, that is searching for the shareholders. The section in the middle level they used to search for the managers. The next one in the lower level they used to search for the co-workers or the foremen in the organization. So that's why staffing can be seen in all the levels of management. The next one, introduction of human resources accounting also justifies that staffing should be treated as a part of human resources management. Yes. So here the introduction related to human resources accounting also going to be says that one, justifies that one. Staffing is a part of human resources management. So human relations approaches organizes human factors as the most important instrument of success in the organization. They are saying that one, the human resources are the main instruments in an organization for the success. Making as a part of human resources management gives more importance to staffing concept, that is a selection, developing, training and orientation, etc. Yes, they are completely saying that one, human resources are the assets of a organization and they are going to be made as an instrument for a success. So these human resources can be used as an instrument for achieving organizational goals by providing a training and developments and making a orientation and along with a selection process. So these are the reasons given by authors, that is why the staffing is a part of human resources. So here again I am explaining about, here some authors are going to be says that one, that is our staffing is a part of human resources management. For that one they are providing a reasons. The first one, the staffing is going to be in the staffing function only we can see that one, that is human resources and physical resources, that is human assets and physical assets are going to be bring together in the organization. So that's why the first one. The second one is, that is staffing involves it going to be given importance is for knowledges and approaches carried out in a particular organization, that is hiring of, that is recruiting of employees. Next one, staffing is going to be found in all the levels, but the organizing we cannot be found in all the levels, because organizing structure is going to be framed by a top level. Even the plans are going to be framed from top level, but the staffing can be seen in all the levels of management. And along with that one, it's going to give the justification for the staff by treating there as a part of a human resources management. After that one, they are going to be, the human resources are going to be used as a instruments or for to reach the organizational goals. So these are the reasons provided by authors to justify that is a human staffing is a part of human resources management. Yes. The next one, evaluation of a human resources management. Human resources management has emerged from a number of significant developments which are as follows. So human resources management it has been significantly developed by following reasons or significances. The first one, labor welfare officer. The second one, personnel officer and personnel manager. Human resources manager, due to emergency of fast change in technology, skills development and training. The first one, Labor welfare officer. Yes, every organization will be includes with the labors. That is, a co-workers or the foremen will be there. So for entire the labors, there should be a welfare officer to look after the maintenance and welfare of the particular labors in the organization. So what the labor welfare officer does? So welfare officer is going to be listen the words of the laborers and making a solving of the problems, and is going to be solved with the problems of a labor by communicating to a top level management. So this is the first significant role. After that one, second one, personnel officer and personnel manager. So here for every organization, even the personnel manager and personnel officer also plays a very important role in that is by concentrating, that is making an evaluation to solve their problems we need a personnel manager. So to suggest them or to guide them or to communicate with them or to motivate the person, we need a personnel manager. Next one, human resources management. Obviously for entire organization we need a department, that is human resources development or human resources department. So human resources department, it includes a human resources management. So he is responsible to look after the entire employees of a organization, that is by making of human resources planning, staffing, recruiting, selecting, training and developing, or compensations or orientation. So like this one completely related to a human, that is our employees, they should be an officer or the manager. Then after that one, due to emergency of fast changes in technology, skills development and training. Yes, so we already know that one, that is what the works are going to be carried out technologically. It is highly grownness can be identifiable in our technology, is it? So it is going to be changes in so faster. So in that particular cases, we need a human resources management in the organization. So these are the evaluations can be found in an organization. Yes. After that one, so again I am speaking about human resources. That is, here the main objective of a human resources is, that is recruiting a right person for the right job, or choosing a right person for the right job at a right requirement with the right qualification. So here meaning and definition here, according to the Furlan, is justifying that staffing involves the function of managers built on organization through the recruitment, selection and development of individual as capable employees, is by making recruiting, selecting and providing a development. So making the employees as a more capable to work in a particular organization. So importances of staffing: obtaining a competent personnel, higher performances, continuous survival and growth, optimum utilizations of resources, and helps in achieving organizational goals. So here these are the needs of staffing. So they need to make a competent personality in an organization to carry out the work, and to increase the higher performances they need staffing, and to find the growthness in an survival and continuous survival and growth, they need a staffing, and along with that making proper utilizations of resources, they need a staffing, and along with that one to achieve the organizational goals, they need a staffing. After that one, the staffing is a part of human resources management. So why means here human resources management is going to be includes the 5 process. So under the first one, human resources planning, staffing, training and development, performance appraisal and compensation. So here human resources planning means, that is planning about according to a requirement of a structure. So after that one, according to structure, they used to make a recruitment and selection. So after the selection has been made, so they used to provide the training and development, making a development programs for a development of knowledge of employees, and performance appraisal means that is evaluation or examining the performances of employees in the organization. After that one, compensation means that is fixation of remuneration, that is comes under compensation. So after that one, they had made why the staffing is a part of human resources management, because the staffing brings physical assets and human resources with the bring together. So ಎರಡು assets ಒಂದೇ work process ಅಲ್ಲಿ carry out ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ only can be seen in a staffing function. So after this one, it going to be given place for hiring of a requirement of a particular organization employees, and so it going to be give the continuous process to, or it can be seen in all the levels of management, that is in a top level, middle level and lower level. So even the human resources accounting also justifying that one. So staffing is a part of human resources management, and along with that one, human resources are going to be used as an instrument or a tool to succeed in an organization. So after that one, some significances are developed in the human resources management, that is labor welfare officer to look after the welfare of the laborers, and along with personal officer and personal manager, human resources manager, and due to emergence and fast changes in the technology, skills development and training, so these are going to be comes under the evaluation of a human resources management. The next process, that is staffing process, the another concept. So here the first one, estimating manpower requirement, recruitment, selection, placement and orientation, training and development, performance appraisal, promotion and career planning, so compensation. These 8 steps are the process of planning. So in the next session, we are going to be discussing related to one staffing process. So in the viewpoint of your examination, these are very important. This topic is a very important, that is a staffing process. Thank you.